What's up, guys? Welcome back to Thugged Out Thursday, your TLG weekly commentary. Now, today's video is going to be a topic discussion relating to ranking systems and video games, what current market titles should have them, and why, in my opinion, are they so damn important. However, before we get into that, just like in every episode, quick shout out to our Thug of the Week, gamertag RibbitJuice438, who recently purchased an extra copy of For Honor in order to help out his friend who couldn't afford it. I think, random acts of kindness like this really do make the world a better place, and I appreciate you reminding all of us to spread a little bit more love. So, congratulations, man. You definitely deserve a shout out. Now, if you yourself want to get the Thug of the Week, or perhaps nominate one of your friends or family members, all you have to do is send me an email to thuglifegaming@gmail.com, letting me know what makes you a thug. So the game that you see in the background is a free-to-play title that is currently on the Xbox preview program called Gigantic. It's essentially a third-person MOBA that a lot of gamers out there compare to Smite. It's every bit as competitive. You have a number of different characters to pick from, different abilities to use, and your success is pretty much based off of how well you perform as a team against your opponent. Now, of course, there are some gameplay aspects that make it uniquely its own. The ability to summon creatures that help with map management, or the defending of what are called guardians, which are basically these huge monsters that both teams are trying to take out throughout a match. However, the reason why I wanted to begin the video discussing this game specifically is due to the fact that because it is on the Xbox preview program, the developers behind Gigantic have an incredible opportunity to change or add things to it before it officially launches. With that being said, I'm here to make the argument that a ranking system is absolutely essential for any multiplayer-based video game, and here's why. By developing a title that is centered around PvP, you've essentially created an environment that thrives off of a player's competitive nature. It feels really good to win, and it sucks to lose. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into the principles associated with that, the valuable lessons that can be taught to kids and or reinforced for adults. But at the end of the day, not only do you want to feel as if you've gotten better at a video game, but you also want to show it off. A ranking system is an incredibly easy platform in which to do so. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think the player base for Rainbow Six Siege would be as big as it is today if all there was casual quick play? Do you think Overwatch would have become the esports giant that it now is if the only purpose to playing it was to level up or unlock cosmetic items? I highly doubt it. Now, there has been a few titles that have come out recently that have absolutely failed in regards to this subject, and I wanted to mention them in order to hopefully give you guys a better understanding or perspective of why rankings are so important. The first one is Titanfall 2. Now, a lot of you guys are going to say that this isn't a multiplayer-based game because of how incredible the campaign was, and I agree, single player was awesome. But you can't deny the fact that a huge portion of Titanfall's fans, as a franchise, were born through multiplayer. I mean, hell, Titanfall 1 was solely multiplayer. I guess a great example that really relates to this is Halo 4, which released on November 6th, 2012. Now, by no means is Halo just a multiplayer franchise. This is coming from a die-hard fan that cares more about the storyline. But when that game released without a ranking system, the player base for it completely tanked post-launch, which was very alarming to Microsoft and 343 Industries. Does Halo 5 have a ranking system? You bet your ass they do. And that's because they simply learned from their mistakes. What's surprising to me, though, is Titanfall 1 fell victim to this very same issue. So much, in fact, that they did eventually incorporate a division-based ranking system that players loved, but for whatever reason, they didn't carry it over into Titanfall 2. I love the franchise, and I hope to see them succeed for years to come, but I'm worried that they're not noticing a pattern. Moving on, though, the last game that I want to talk about is one that many TLG fans know I'm very fond of. In fact, the last episode of ThuggedOT Thursday was a quick review for it. I'm of course referring to For Honor. Now, before you say anything, I do know that there is a ranking system coming to this game because it was revealed in a post-launch content trailer, but I think I speak for many players when I say it is taking them way too long. This is most likely caused by their struggle to maintain core matchmaking services due to server issues, which is pretty surprising knowing how many alpha and beta tests that they had in order to prepare them for launch. It'd be one thing if there were some indie studio, but this is Ubisoft, one of the most enriched developers in the entire gaming industry. You're the ones that promised us this game feature, again through your post-launch content trailer, that we were looking forward to when we put our $60 towards your game. By forcing players to wait 3 or more months to experience it is not only unfortunate, but I think it misses out on a great opportunity to take advantage of the hype that was generated around launch. This potentially affects future DLC content, and in many ways, the opportunity to create a stance within the scene of esports. Now, by the time you've listened to this entire commentary, you might get the idea that I have some personal vendetta towards any of the games that I've mentioned, whether it be, Titanfall 2, For Honor, or Halo 4. But honestly, that's the farthest thing from reality. In fact, Halo 4 is like one of my favorite video games of all time. So, all I'm doing here, guys, is providing some constructive criticism for developers, because the only way they can improve upon their games is by listening to feedback from consumers like you and me. So, if you want to add to the conversation, guys, feel free to leave a comment below, click that thumbs up button, share the video with your friends, and subscribe if you're digging the content. But I'll see everybody here in a couple of days. Keep living that life, because that is what thugs do. I'm out of here, guys. Take it easy.